Okay, should be coming back up. Refresh if needed. Watch ads that I don't support, but Twitch forces upon you. My apologies. We should be back, so looking at these lovely bars of the RetroTink 2X, let's get this Saturn fired up. I do have a pseudo Saturn, but this is the actual discs. I actually bought this a long time ago. Shortly after I got my Sega Saturn, I found out, holy crap, they made a port of this game? And it's not wanting to load. Alright, so let's take pseudo Saturn out. There we go. So for the longest time, before the 25th anniversary came out, this was the best quality version of the game you could buy, the highest quality for video. Unfortunately, it's still not able to be emulated correctly, because that would be really nice if it was. There's still like some graphical glitch garbage problems if you use Chronos or Mednafin. It still has some issues with it. Options, sound effects off. Switch room view, perfect, saved it all, perfect, alright, good. Alright, so let's give this version a try. A more stable, but so there's different payoffs. The timing is different for this because it is the correct timing, basically for the same for Sega CD. And the column guy, that guy dances in a lobby, he's like really hard to get. So we'll give this one a go. Hey.
Eddie, there's someone in my apartment. Stay here and cover me while I check things out.
Notice that there's no guy coming in through the teeter-totter right now. It's just these two guys up here. That was it. Fireplace and lamp guy. That's it.
Maybe somebody doesn't want me writing this story. This could be just what I've been waiting for. This could be really big.
Good afternoon, girls. This package came for you. At least I think it's for you.
What I also like about this version, you can turn off the door alarms. So you're not hearing me trigger all the traps, you're not hearing me, like, people going in through windows.
on me?
No, I'm just doing a story about the building.
That boy is getting
Well, perhaps the name is familiar. I may have met him at some point. Oh, yes. Now I know the gentleman you fellas are looking for. He's in room 232.
It's also interesting because I have the Saturn right next to me. I can hear the disc, like, I can hear everything change, like, choo. Hey, buddy, what's up? Just doing some lovely speedruns. I was doing the 25th anniversary edition, which is just, while the video looks amazing, the gameplay is garbage because of glitches and poorly programmed stuff, so I had, okay, let's do it over on the Sega Saturn. Should be power box.
Luigi?
2 weeks are up, my friend.
I got two
I don't
more
think they're
hours.
really friends.
What do you think, I'm stupid? I'm gonna believe there's gold around here?
Yes.
Why am I gonna make this up?
Maybe you wanna buy yourself... You know what, Brutus? Time's up.
I also noticed in this version that you don't have like the 1 or 2 frames of the death animation before the correct one plays.
You tell Luigi and Mario.
In the 25th anniversary edition, you actually see the gun go off and then it triggers like the rest of the scene you just saw right now. This guy should be the last code. Nope. This guy's the last code. And remember to thank him by killing him by knocking him out of a window.
Ah! Great! Great! You got the code number, great! Oh, you're good! You're very, very good! I'm out of here. Alright, let me level with you. I'll tell you what's really going on around here. I think there's a killer in the building, and I think I know who it is, and I'm gonna nail the sucker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the basement camera on for you.
But he's the killer, so he's gonna nail himself? I'm confused. This change.
agree about that. The old man just doesn't get it, does he?
Half of his legacy.
Whoa, that was a power surge.
Hate if it's real.
There it is. A statue.
Okay. And Retrotech is freaking out.
Get them!
That was weird.
Hero, come on in. Hey, you know what? Stand over there. I want to get a picture of you for my story.
Story? What story?
The one I'm doing on the Edward Arms.
Missed him. Missed him. Missing everybody. Don't want to miss her. Okay, he's still dead. Still flipping out.
Excuse me, sir.
Just missed.
There are traps that you don't know about all over this building.
Yeah, sure.
Watch out for this one.
Yeah, the timing on this is actually a lot less hectic than the 25th anniversary, which is kind of nice.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Yeah, you are late.
Screwing off.
Yeah, this one's pretty hard to get. See? It's like, you hit it as soon as it lands on there, you hear that tone, it's still wrong. Now she takes a little long walk.
Hamlin from Zoo Records. You have 3 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm kind of wondering, you know,
Have a seat, sir. Okay, guys.
those Hold Your Fire brought up the title cards.
Well, you know, don't bother.
I wonder, like, on the 25th anniversary, because I haven't used the Sega CD or the Sega Saturn layout for a while, if it'd actually show you that. Like, okay, like, I'm switching to this room.
Check this out.
And I call that tunnel vision. I'm striking all true. And I call that tunnel vision.
On this story, the more I'm surprised at how nothing is as it seems. Eddie's. Wow, that's pretty good.
Okay, I gotta save her.
Can't hear you. That's good, Jeff. That's really good. Who are you supposed to be, Ramses? No, Tutmos? Jeff? Come on, Jeff, you're scaring me.
Been flipping out here lately. And he's use this.
Got from the basement to the top floor pretty fast.
Well, well, there you are.
Treasure.
He likes me. Wrong room. There we go. That's the room I was wanting.
What are you doing here?
I think he might try to do something.
Jeff! Jeff, look out!
What's up?
My God, it's not a joke. It's dangerous.
Oh, it almost failed it.
Chill out.
Here we go.
Strange.
Hops around it.
And Eddie doesn't.
So the timing for this one is a lot trickier on the Saturn.
Built this trap myself.
We'll see if this works or not.
Thing he says, all right? Do you know why he hates me?
Yeah, the phone box one is really hard to do on Sega CD, and Saturn I remember being a little tricky.
I mean, really great. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah! I thought I was a goner, didn't you? No, you ought to come over sometime and we'll get together.
See?
Maybe next time, sucker.
You have to hit it like just barely as he touches it. That's what makes this one tricky. I was thinking like, ah, crap, it's like, that's the only one that's like the hard one in this game. Now we get to switch to discs again! Alright, so we'll give this one another shot. Cross my fingers, cross your fingers, everything can be crossed.
Eddie, there's someone in my apartment. Stay here and cover me while I check things out.
Oh, this time the teeter-totter guy is coming in. Weird, okay. Last time he didn't. This guy should be long gone. Yep. So we went from that one room into this room and climbing out of the fireplace. He must have taken that wrong turn. Alright, let's see if we can get the tap dancer. Nope. Like I said, the timing for this is just... I don't even know what it is. It could be entirely broken. I do not know. I don't think I've ever gotten this guy on the Sega CD version. Pardon me, on the Sega Saturn version. You can trap Brutus here, but I've never done it.
You spying on me?
No, I'm just doing a story about the building.
You stay out of my business or I'm gonna put your pretty little feet in some new concrete shoes. Got it?
That boy is getting
Fellas are looking for. He's in room 232.
So all these, like, the reason these people walk around, like, I'm gonna walk into this person's, like, apartment, and I'm gonna go climb right out their window. It's like, was that really your goal? Yeah, it might be on the balcony that one time that they magically went through. Or even in the fireplace they decided to crawl down through, and thankfully there wasn't an active fire. So it's got a chimney, he's wide enough for people to climb down, which normally they're not able to. So, what happens if you activate the fire trap place and there's actually a fire inside it? You can also trap Jeff here, too.
What do you think, I'm stupid?
Yes. Keep asking these questions. I'm not sure if they're rhetorical or not.
Why am I gonna make this up?
Maybe. Throw your face all over this room. You know what, Brutus? Time's up.
You tell Luigi and Mario their days are numbered.
Cheers.
And they get it on. They have the sex. This should be the final number. He's going to put his foot over the coffin, but not actually hit it. Let's just make sure I get the number.
Great. You got the code number. Great. Oh, you're good. You're very, very good. I'm out of here. All right, let me level with you. I'll tell you what's really going on around here. I think there's a killer in the building, and I think I know who it is, and I'm gonna nail the sucker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the basement camera on for you. Keep an eye on my place. Don't let nobody knows around here. Code numbers.
It's like carefully pulling 25-year-old disc out of the system. Oh yes, I'm actually running an FMV game. You'd think it would be easy, Jay. That's where you're deceptively wrong. It's a little trickier than you think. Like, oh, that'd be simple, but it's like, this one's actually kind of hard. The phone backstrap is the hardest thing to do. 25th Anniversary Edition I was doing before is littered with bugs, so kind of gave up on doing that one for now.
My little helper.
I'm not little. I'm just big boned.
My mother, all right? This is my building, mine. If it wasn't for me, this place would be Crater City. Now, if you mess with me, you're gonna get it. You got it? We'll see about that. The old man just doesn't get it, does he?
No, if you want to see like a FMV speedrun for a game that's like would be really terrible, Fox Hunt is not the one to do. Because you actually have a button you can skip the cinematics. Like you can fast forward that scene.
This may be the most important find of the decade if it's real.
So that gets like super janky real quick.
Get them!
Oh, come on in. Hey, you know what? Stand over there.
Come on in, you're not psychotic, are you?
Story. Story.
The one I'm doing on the Edward Arms.
Just missed. Crap.
Jeff and I were down in the lobby. There were these weirdos that went ballistic.
Eddie's electronic world is apparently deserted. What is he up to here?
But your life may be
Master System games. What? Nobody plays those.
all over this building.
Yeah, sure.
Also, the 25th anniversary, like you have to wait until the trap comes out. This one, as soon as he turns the screwdriver, you see the name, you're good. Like right there, basket. I don't have to see it come out. Just instantly move on. Yep, not making mistakes. Also, like the most captures you can as well. Kind of is on a timer, but there's also things that you can do to it. There's also different patterns I've noticed. Like the first time we ran through on this, the Sega Saturn version I'm playing right now, teeter-totter guy didn't come out. And this time he did, so there are slight variances to it. That's why he's like, I'm gonna get you! I got him instead.
Nobody was injured, but just don't put me on hold again.
Have a seat, sir. Okay, guys, ready. 1, 2.
Yep, there actually is for the Sega Saturn, not Sega Saturn. Dyslexia is like wreaking havoc with Sega. The Sega CD version actually has a run completed for it.
No, not there.
It's like 26 minutes or so, but the Saturn version you actually have to change discs, so that's a little bit longer.
Check this out.
I get it would technically be a different category because it's different ports. It'd probably show up still the same on the leaderboard, but just like on Bayonetta 2, you can separate between Wii U and Switch. So I'm trying to get in a Sega Saturn version and the 25th anniversary version on PC. But I don't know if the PlayStation 4 version is as bugged as the PC version is, the Steam version. Okay, this should be saving scene. Yep.
That's good, Jeff. That's really good.
Yeah, it's kind of like where you have certain games like, you know, Famicom versions, Japanese versions running faster because Japanese takes less words.
Come on, Jeff, you're scaring me.
Yeah, they can get everything out faster.
You think Eddie's your friend, but he's been flipping out here lately.
Or in the case of games like Mickey Mania, the Japanese version, Japanese like Super Famicom version of that game is busted.
Use this.
Yellow Killer B was the one who found out like a whole bunch of different zips and skips you can use in the Japanese version only. It doesn't work in the American version or anything else because they tried to improve the game when they released it in Japan, and they broke it by accident. Yeah, so the 25th anniversary edition should be technically the fastest, but I mean, but that version is just so bugged that it's kind of making me rethink, like, should I actually try to put in a time for it? Because I tried twice tonight and had 2 different screw-ups on it already.
Cove traps.
Either the traps don't work, or, you know, the timing for it is completely wrong. Like with Eddie here, the phone, like the phone box trap, or that one is just like you have to hit it with incredible timing, like frame perfect just about to get it. Which is one thing the 25th anniversary edition actually made it better. Like the columned guy in the lobby and the phone box trap are actually easier to do. Yeah, you have to see it like as soon as he turns the screwdriver and you see it like pop up there like it says hands or whatever or cage, then you're good. Then you can quickly switch out of the room. But in 25th anniversary edition, you actually have to see. You have to see like the trap come out, and then it will give it to you. They, like I said, they were basically they tried to copy this game. The 25th anniversary is built on the Sega Saturn version, and they didn't have the right timing notes for it. They gave them all the master video files, but they didn't give them the timing notes. So they were trying to play this game and then write down what time code had happened to try to program it in for the 25th anniversary. So things are really screwed up on that.
Cooped up in here long.
But this is almost identical to the Sega CD version. Okay, gotta save. Epic.
It's not a joke. It's dangerous.
Yeah, 25th anniversary. This part is screwy for when he steps on it. It's like, it's not when he steps on it, it's when he starts to step off and you have to trigger the trap. Crap. Missed run. Oh well. Forgot the timing difference. Close splits. So we'll try this again. So this one is just so bugged. So the big problem with this that I've encountered is there's actually a way to recreate this bug. I showed it off a little earlier, I'll show it again. Let's see. Desktop.
You think I'm stupid?
So I change rooms, go back, still black. So still hosed. So that's a problem with you can have happen with the 25th anniversary edition. Trying to get live split back. There we go. Way too loud. Alright, so this version of the game, Steam version, the busted version, is a little weird because as soon as you click off the gameplay window, it stops functioning. So you gotta be real quick, like trying to hit your timer and then clicking onto the game. And because it registered the mouse click, it didn't want to do the controller, so I gotta relaunch it. So the Steam version is just busted beyond belief. I mean, the only reason I don't play this on PlayStation 4 is because I have a physical copy that is unopened. And I'd like to keep it that way.
Eddie, there's someone in my apartment. Stay here and cover me while I check things out.
Theater's hotter, man. This shouldn't be possible in the Sega Saturn version. Just the timing for it is a little bit different. It's actually a lot easier to get them both, instead of being razor thin. But like I said, they had to try to figure out the timing themselves.
Got it?
Everyone's favorite band!
Seen your face in a movie, and I'm crying at the moon, and I call that tunnel vision.
Concussion! Lamp.
You spying on me?
They definitely won't trigger on me this time. Oh, it happened again!
Now, I told her that that boy is getting huh?
May I help you?
Yeah, we're looking for Brutus.
I don't believe I know a Mr. Brutus.
Said here's some money for acting
Well,
lessons.
Perhaps the name is familiar.
Here you go, here's high school level coach.
At some point.
Alright, we'll give you professional
Oh, yes.
money.
Now I know the gentleman you fellas are looking for. He's in room 232.
You gotta do something about that mob guy. I'm serious.
You love it, don't you?
Luigi?
2 weeks are up, my friend.
I got 2 more hours.
What do you think, I'm stupid? I'm gonna believe there's gold around here?
Yes.
I'm telling you, Luigi, my father laid bricks on this building. On his dying deathbed, he told me there was treasure buried in this building. Why am I gonna make this up?
Maybe you wanna buy your face all over this room. You know what, Brutus?
And look carefully, you see the gun go off. 1 frame, 1 or 2 frames of the death shot. Because they didn't do it right.
You tell Luigi and Mario their days are numbered.
It's like, one thing about the Sega Saturn version is that the video quality isn't as good as this, of course, because it couldn't be for the time period. But at least it was smooth in its transitions. He's gonna go for the teeter-totter.
Great, great. You got the code number, great.
Great, great, his blood brains are everywhere on the pavement below. Amazing.
I'm out of here.
You're more of a sociopath than I am.
All right, let me level with you. I'll tell you what's really going on around here. I think there's a killer in the building, and I think I know who it is, and I'm gonna nail the sucker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the basement camera on for you. Keep an eye on my place. Don't let nobody knows around here. Code numbers.
Surprise! How'd you get out?
My little helper.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be in the... That's like the one room they didn't flip around. They didn't mirror, which is kind of weird. Because Eddie's supposed to be leaving his little room. Not coming out from the right side. He should have been coming in from the left.
This is my building, mine. If it wasn't for me, this place would be Crater City. Now, if you mess with me, you're gonna get it. You got it?
Well, we'll see about that.
The old man just doesn't get it, does he?
Here, boys, but I may have a key.
Your father was a member. We are here.
There it is. The statue.
Get them!
Hero, come on in. Hey, you know what? Stand over there. I want to get a picture of you for my story.
Story? What story?
The one I'm doing on the Edward Arms.
What about psychotic shut-ins? Four frames off? Ah, crap. Oh, you found 4 frames off the second round. Okay. Now I got it.
When Jeff and I were... They're after us! I'm calling the police.
Okay, wait. Give me the statue. I'll hide it up in my room.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
Excuse me,
It's always weird that she's so like disaffected by this. Everything that's going wrong in that part of the game. She's like, I'm just painting my toenails, la 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 la, don't care. And then she's like all concerned, running around like Scooby-Doo villain of the week with everybody else in just like a minute.
watch out for this one.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Yeah, you are late.
Just like your girlfriend said. Wait, what?
I know, but listen, we got plenty of time to rehearse before the record guy gets here. Let's go!
And it's broken.
Answer it, come on.
Nobody was injured, but just don't put me on hold again.
Excellent. Have a seat, sir. Okay, guys, ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, man, but this is an emergency
Situation.
show you what I'm talking about. No, not there. Over here, please.
Closer to the death zone.
Check this out.
And I call that tunnel vision. I'm scratching for the truth. And I call that tunnel vision.
I gotta get.
A perverse extension of his own insecurity. Wow, that's pretty good. But it's a good thing
It's a good thing murder turns me on.
I can't hear you. That's good, Jeff. That's really good. Who are you supposed to be, Ramses? No, Tutmos? Jeff? Come on, Jeff, you're scaring me.
Now I know you were here lately, and he's gonna try.
Just missed it.
When he does, use this. Well, there you are. One of Eddie's secret alcove traps. Baby, right on over to you.
I don't want a baby. I'm too young. I'm too good looking. Most women laugh when I say that part.
What are you doing here?
Excuse me, ma'am. Where do you keep your underwear? I mean, what? Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Best New Artist Award, Jeff in the screen!
I think he might try to do something.
Jeff! Jeff, look out!
What's up?
My God, it's not a joke. It's dangerous.
Yeah, so the timing for this is not right. Like right there, like I tried to do it as he stepped on it. You have to wait for him to step off before to trigger it, this version. Quality programming.
Hey, wait a minute.
Crap, too slow.
He doesn't know about. Built this trap myself to keep Eddie away from the phone line.
Don't believe anything he says, all right? Do you know why he hates...
Okay, let's see what happens next. I think Eddie should be going for the phone lines pretty soon. He's about to do that right now.
I mean, really great. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought I was a goner, didn't you? No, you ought to come over sometime and we'll get together.
So that's the one good thing they did in this version is they changed it so you can actually, you know, they get it frame perfect. This guy's the best Tarzan yell. But we missed it.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry,
Alright, old trapper.
get the statue out of the building now.
Yeah, they didn't say that these guys are smart at all.
Yeah,
Wow, it seems like every time I step on this stupid thing, I get trapped. Maybe I should avoid it? Nah. Nope, wasn't thinking.
Lionel built this building. He was murdered because of this statue. He was buried with it.
If this is real,
Crap, too slow.
of Isaacs.
I'd rather have Eddie pop
Wait
up
a
though.
That ties in with all the rumors about treasure in this building.
Oh, you think you've won, huh? Huh? Do you? Huh? You think you just take control of my building, my traps? Forget about it.
So if these
No one's
traps
gonna
don't
leave this
kill
building
anybody,
alive.
why is it bad if the good people get trapped? I mean, where's the harm of it? It's not lethal. Unless you're like the guy getting knocked out the window, then he's pretty much dead repeatedly. All his twins. And we have to sit here and watch this guy do it because... reasons? Like, yeah, this is the last guy in the trap for this act, but we're gonna let it play out.
People are talking.
Talking smack, Eddie.
Girls stole the statue, the one Grandpa was buried with, right?
Does that mean somebody was grave robbing, or?
Yes, you can.
To you.
Well, believe what you want, but we're out of here.
I said. You're being very ungrateful.
You don't understand.
Then earlier everybody's like, man, I don't like technology. And then you kids and the Instagrams and... It goes smashy on everything. See? Okay, it gave me the wrong sound, but it was correct.
I'm gonna have to cut this a bit short. Let's go.
Get off of me.
You think I've gone crazy, don't you? Don't you? Huh?
So one thing that the handyman Lyle does that we don't see, because I jumped around too fast, is actually like puts like a power cord into the traps, like into one of the boxes. Had to get that guy or it's gonna be a game over. Which basically makes, which is why all of a sudden the traps are like
I designed the system.
really like suddenly look different, a little bit more lethal. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't glitch again. It's another spot where it can glitch. Okay, it worked. Unfortunately, in this, like I said, in this Act 3, you can get some really weird glitchy crap happening. Like right there, it showed him holding the phone cord. And you go around it.
Can we go now?
That's the other one that tends to have problems. Lady, are you where your identical twin is up in this other room?
What are you doing here? That Eddie guy's gone crazy and he's following us. We need a gun.
Gun ain't gonna help you in this place. I just seen a mummy.
Why do you have a blueprint for the treasury of Isaacs?
This ain't no treasury of Isaacs. It's my father's.
Can I explain some of these characters? Yes, I can. Will I do it right now? No.
And somehow this must be the key.
Watch out, girls!
And Jeff is the true hero of the day.
trouble for everybody in this building.
What is your major
What do
malfunction?
you think we ought to do with him?
Nail him.
Mom! Mommy!
Yep. The handyman's his dad, and the Debbie Harry is his mom.
Wait a minute. I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Well, technically it's a world record because nobody's done it yet. But the current one that's posted up on speedrun.com right now is like 26 minutes. It's played on the Sega CD, so each version's different. Wow, all the plumbing and everything else in the building would be completely busted.
The whole place is a gigantic vault.
Father hid the treasure here in the building, but he never told me the statue was the key. Eddie figured it out.
I love you, Elizabeth.
But darling, do we really have to keep Eddie locked up in the basement?
Like the band member in the back just looking straight in the camera is like, yeah, well. Yep, so that's the game. There's a little memorial video coming up in a second. So yeah, the guys in the green suits are part of the secret society that the guy who made the building and had all the treasure in
I need your help.
was a part of. So they're trying to find the treasure, and then you got the Mafia there because they heard that there was treasure buried in the building. Well, Brutus believes so, but the mob is just trying to kill him or look for him. Then you have the clueless band members and everybody else in the way. Now we get to see all the people who've died since being in this game. It's quite a surprising amount. Ooh, B rank, that's the best I've ever done. And it glitched out. Of course it did. Most stable version ever. So, yeah. So, to get an A rank in this, it just completely crashed out. So to get an A rank, you have to not miss more than like 5 people. Which is just about impossible, and that's how you unlock all the special stuff like behind the scenes, deleted scenes, all that other fun stuff. But fortunately, it has been put on YouTube already. So basically, the last 2 people we didn't get to see in the memorial was Arlie Ermy and Corey Haim. Actually, and also the music producer guy. So, yep. So technically, this is a world record. I know you guys are looking at a black screen. We'll just put on the BRB screen real quick. So that pulls up, so double switch. Yeah, so the guy who created it is 26 minutes and 25 seconds, but that's on the Sega CD emulated. And so this one's a little different. Sega CD is going to be probably the faster of the times because it's all in one disc. And you have to, there's not really any pauses between the acts, it just goes from one to the next. And then you got the Sega Saturn version, you have to change the discs on. And then you have the 25th version, you know, anniversary version on Steam that just crashes constantly and, you know, completely bugs out. Sorry, I didn't know that I had the music going for the soundtrack. Sorry. But yeah, it's special. So let's see, Memorial, yeah, there. So if you look on YouTube, there are some videos for Double Switch. Like there's one that has all the bonus content. It's all the bonus content for it that basically it unlocks if you do something just about impossible. Like I said, you gotta get an A rank, which is really hard to do. Then somebody edited the Sega Saturn version together. This was done a couple years ago. Edited scenes from the Sega Saturn version together to make a coherent, like quote unquote movie or plot. It's like 29 minutes long. So you can see it that way and kind of figure out what the entire story is supposed to be. So there are things to do for that, so I will be submitting in that run for the leaderboards, even though the rules are a little bit wonky. Time begins on game start and ends when the final cutscene begins and the player loses control. You must complete the game. In other words, the statue of Isaac must be put in place to reveal Edward Arm's secret treasure, the final cutscene. So, are you stopping the timer as soon as you lose control like I did? Or do you have to wait until the cutscene plays out and then they put the statue on the pedestal and everything raises up? So I'm like trying to get some kind of clarification for it, but I'm just going to submit it as it is. So yeah, so now you can see what the entire story is supposed to be like, and like I said, it is entirely possible to run FMV video games, but the worst offender, I was thinking like, oh, maybe I could run Fox Hunt if I could figure out how to get past the last part easily, which is not going to be easy to do. So let's see. I'm working behind the scenes real quick. I'm going to put it back up on screen in just a second. Okay. So, as you guys know, I also like Double Switch, or not other than Double Switch, Fox Hunt. So let's see, let's put this, take that off, this off, put up RetroArch. So there's a reason why you don't want to speedrun all FMV games. Yeah, typically, traditionally, the timer should stop on the last input possible of the game. But, I mean, the guy just doesn't have it defined that well. You watch his video, he starts his timer about 2 seconds late, and then he just stops it, like, halfway through the ending cutscene. So it's like, well, okay. So I'm trying to get clarification for that. So Fox Hunt has a button you can actually press to skip through whatever cutscene you're in. If you thought the double switch got janky, oh boy, check this out. Yeah, so it's like, you gotta hit the button to skip all the scenes. Yeah, so this is what a speedrun would look like in this game, just constantly like mashing as fast as you can. Isn't this amazing? So, yeah, this is why you don't try to speedrun all F&B games, because if you got a skip button, then you gotta do it. But yeah, as you can get, it's just like, oh my god. So try doing an entire speedrun like that. No, no one's ever going to run this game. It would just be too off the wall. Alright, so enough of that. I might actually call the stream a little early, because, I mean, since it is raining in my area, my hands are getting pretty stiff. We'll see. Unless there's a good Sega Saturn game to play. What do I have? Let's see, let's put Double Switch back in its case. Disc 2. Go to bed, my wife's longer phone, typing. Okay, Jay, no problem, buddy. I will see you next time. I know it's always ridiculously early in the morning where you are, so it's always cool when you hang out. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Let's actually put this back. That'd be good too. Oh, yes. How could we not? Talking about bad voice acting, this one just takes... This one wins for best voice acting ever. And I'll need to burn myself a new copy of this, because I had the Japanese version, but... And there was like there was a prototype American version, like 90% done, I think it was. I mean, mostly it's just translating things. Because the ship stuff is all in Japanese, but the language is English. Deep Fear for the Sega Saturn. This is just all sorts of quote-unquote special. It's a great game, though. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's like Resident Evil with much-needed improvements, like the ability to run and shoot at the same time.
Chief! Chief!
What's going on?
April Fools! Did you forget it's April Fool's Day?
You know, we don't have time for these fun and games.
Sorry, Chief. The mood around the big table had been kind of stuffy lately, so I had to play a joke before going crazy.
What do you mean, stuffy?
You were just transferred here a week ago, so you may not have noticed, but it's been especially stuffy lately. The Army people have been really uptight.
Then an accident happens. Sub crashes.
Attention please. Would ERS John Mayer immediately report to the CCD area deck room? I repeat, would ERS
Chief, I think they need you.
John Mayer, we need your terrible music. Pronto, right to the deck.
Better go.
Hey, Chief, you got a cold?
You could say that.
John, take care of yourself.
Thanks.
Thanks. What did it say? Ah. Now we need to go find Dubois. There's another well voice-acted person. Here we go.
Mayor, we've got a serious situation.
What's the problem?
A while ago, the Sea Fox, which was just getting ready to depart, crashed into the Navy area.
Crash? What happened?
We don't know
yet. It crashed.
I asked Dubois, the designer, to come too.
Oh, there's no problem with my Sea Fox system. No accident should have occurred. Oh!
We can't get through on the wireless to either the Sea Fox or the Navy area. We have no idea what's going on over there.
This is terrible. My masterpiece is ruined. Oh, what am I gonna do?
The rescue force has been contacted, but they can't make it for a while.
Do you want the ERS to go in?
The Navy area is top secret and out of your jurisdiction. But we don't have a choice. I want the ERS to go check it out in the Little Shark.
We're ready to leave any time.
Dubois, the Navy area diagram.
The Navy area has an emergency pool which you can come out of.
First, find Dr. Weisberg. This is the top priority. Next, move the Navy area and connect it to the big table. That'll be all.
Copy.
Fine. I'll give this to you. It's the Navy area level 1 key. Get ready right away.
I'll do my best.
I don't want any word of this leaking out. There are civilians here. We don't want to start a panic.
Understood.
Yeah, Dubois is just... he's special. Best voice actor ever. I mean... Dubois-kun, I should say, yes, you know. Dubois-kun. But yeah, this game's all sorts of special. It really is. But the game is good, but the voice acting is just absolutely horrendous. So one of these days, because I have a pseudo Saturn now, so I can play burned copies. Like I said, actually, this was one of the first games I actually got for my Sega Saturn back in like '98. So I will need to burn myself a copy of the English version just so I can have everything fully translated. It'd be pretty good. But yeah, the game's actually not that bad. It's actually a lot of fun, but... well, yes it is. I mean, but you wouldn't download a car, would you? It's like, hell yes I would. I'd download a lot of cars. Amazing cars. Ferraris and Lamborghinis. It's a virus. Turns out it's like a Ford Pinto. It explodes in your face. That could be a problem. But yeah, this game's actually a lot of fun. I played through it on stream. Not all the way through, but probably about a good 2 hours worth a couple months back. But for now, give you the color bars. I'm gonna end the stream a little early. Like I said, there are thunderstorms in the area, so my hands are pretty swollen and cranky. Even doing the speedrun, so that's pretty good. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. You know, especially watching me speedrun a full motion video game. So of course, shoutouts to Nimix and Hold Your Fire, Jay. The Morgue showed up as well, and I think that's it for everybody who chatted. And of course, anybody else who lurked, always welcome to lurk in my room as well. So I do stream typically around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just go ahead and type that into Google, and it will tell you for wherever you are in the world. You can also check me out on Twitter at Wurzel555. So if you feel like coming back to the stream, and if you're not following already, or even if you are following, you can find out usually a couple hours before I stream. I'll type in what I'll be playing, and or if I need to cancel for whatever reason. So next stream, I would really like to do. I've been wanting to get back to, what is the game? I'm trying to look over right now. Gravity Rush for PlayStation 4. Got really far into that game back when it came out, and didn't finish it, but I'd have to pretty much start over. But I really want to do that in PlayStation 4. If I don't have the ability to get that in the room here right now where I'm streaming everything, I'll just might do an arcade stream. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Gravity Rush PlayStation 4 is a lot of fun. If you're in the United States, buy it digitally. As it turns out, I have a physical copy, and that's like over $120 now because Amazon was the only people who were selling it, and it's pretty low numbered manufactured, which I didn't know until like a couple of weeks ago. I looked it up. I was like, what in the world? Why is this game so expensive? But yeah, PlayStation 4 version, Gravity Rush, definitely give that one a go. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys playing this for tomorrow. So let's do a raid over to Mr. T. Wallace. And see you guys next time.